Hey guys, what's up? This video is the continuation part of the previous job application REST service that we started with the GIN routing engine. We develop authentication, login, sign up, JWT token and fetch the user by user ID. Here we are using SQLite database, means in file database, so that we can move this project anywhere. We don't need to migrate the database. To validate the user in database, we created the one more endpoint to fetch the user by user ID. So we created the middleware also to validate the JWT token, or we can say authentication. User can update the profile and profile picture also we created. So in this video we'll start the developing the job CRUD operations. Means a user can create, update, fetch and delete on job. So we need to check authentication authorization also, so that user can update or delete their on job. And guys, this is the backend job application services, but later on we will develop the UI part of this application into React.js. So overview of the project look like this, and we have three kind of user: anonymous, authentication user and admin user. Anonymous user can see the job. Okay, so whoever the posted the job, means job will be posted by user, or I can say employer. They will post the job and end user can check and they can just watch it the job. If they need to apply, they can go and click on apply. Might be we need to redirect on the company website, or there might be we have email address there. User can send the resume on that email ID also. So we are making to just view the job only. And user can manage, user means the company or employer can manage their job, means he can delete, update, he can change the profile picture also, or he can manage the job also. Another side we have admin. Admin can control job and all the user also, means he can update, delete, modify the user and the job also. Okay, so we have these are the three kind of user and their job, right? So let's jump on the coding part of it. So this was the last time we created. Now we'll add one more over here, that is post a job. So we'll write down job routes. This is also guys authentication only. We will reuse it over here. Authenticated. We'll write down the post method. And this is also right. Create job handler. Right. Now first we need to define a handler, and we will create a new handler file, that is job_handler. So first we will add the package handler, then create a functions, create job handler, and this function will receive a parameter that is called SQLDB, and it will return a handler function because this is the routing handler. So this is the handler routing function, and here we will receive the context, GIN context. First we need to define a model over here. So first we will define a model, and already we have one model that is user. Similar to that, we will create a one more model that is called job.go. Here we'll add the package. Below we'll write down the type job structs, and here we will define some basics field. Later on we will increase or decrease it also, but first basics is we will define it over here. And yes, I think this is also correct. ID, title, descriptions, locations, this is correct. Is it remote? No, we don't want right now. Active we can use for top deleted also, or later on also we can add it also. Should add the company name and salary string. Yes, we can use the created at, and we don't require to use updated at. That's fine. We will use user ID, integer, and user ID also. So our model is ready. We'll use model over here, var job models dot job. Now next thing is, in this job model we will receive whatever the payload we will get it. So this is our payload we will get, should bind JSON, and this is our bad request. If the payload we wasn't able to sync it, then we will get status bad request. Next thing is, we will actually get the user ID from our context that we already created it, c.getInt and user ID, and user ID we will get it over here. Now in the job user ID we will sync it over here. So this is our model. Inside in it we will sync this user ID. So whoever log in it, means at the time of login we will get this user ID, and we will sync it over here at the time of creation the job. So only login user can create their on job only. After that we need to write down service method, and this is also correct, and this is also correct. In the service we need to create job. Inside it we will pass the database and the job also. Let's create a new service that is called job service. Here we'll write down package service. Here we'll create this method, and it will receive the two things, SQL database and the model, whatever the model data we are getting it, right? And here we'll call a simple method of the repository. We create job of the repository, and repository, in the repository also we need to make one more file that is called job_repository. First we will add the package of repository, then we'll create one functions, create job, and we will validate insert job, and we will validate insert job title, descriptions. We should have the company also, location, salary, user ID, all these things. And we need to be add all the parameter also. So how many we have? So this is fine, we got it. And here also we need to add comma job dot company, locations, and other thing also. So let me check, all are the correct. And if we got some error, and here after the creation of the job, either we will return the error or either the created new job data only. So we'll write down this one, and here we'll write down if error is not null, then we will return from here only. After that, this result also we can use it. So in this result we can get last inserted ID, and that ID also we can get error or either ID. If we get an error, we will write down the same block of code, it will return from here only. Otherwise we will get the job ID and we will return the same model whatever we get it, but now we have the job ID also. And this one we have the pointer type, so that meaning is we will receive the updated job over here. And here also we should write down this one only, repository, should write down this one, all are correct. Now we receive it, all are correct. Now we should be receive it over here. We will save the service file, and here we will receive either job or error. So we will write down like a way, created job or error colon equal to this one. And if we get an error, then we will write down from here only, internal server error, and we should be returned from here also. And if it does not have any error, then we should write down c dot status is created, and this is created job. This is our job is created. Now we can test it also. So we can create one more API test, create job, or either I can write down job underscore create dot http, and this is post method only. So I'll just copy this one, copy and paste. Here we'll write down the job slash create, and this is my routing path, right? Jobs only we have, so we will send the post, and the path will be jobs only, so we don't need to write down create. Okay, this is fine. Over here I need to change it, so this much only we need to write down only. But if we forget one more thing, we should create a table also. So along with only I'm just creating one more table, create table if not exist of the job. This is right, this is also right, descriptions, company right, location is also right, salary correct, and we require user ID also, and date timestamp also fine. Updated date we don't want, and foreign key want, and foreign key should be user ID of user table, right? So user table, this is ID field is actually over here is the foreign key and primary key relationship. This is our table, and table is also created. Now we can test it. So let's run the project also. Yeah, here also we are getting one error, SQL incomplete, because we didn't close the table. We should close the table also. We can write down semicolon also. Let's rerun it. Yes, now our handler is ready, right? So let's run it without authentications. We should get the basic authorization header, that is correct. Now let's login it first. Login, send request, invalid credentials. Okay, so as you remember, last time we updated the profile. At the time we updated the username also, so we can write down this username, save it, send it, and we got a token. This token we can copy and we can go there. We'll write down authorizations equal to, and it should be small letter only, all the header. Now we can test it. Send request, invalid object. Okay, that is the reason of this comma. So this JSON is wrong, then we will get this kind of error, guys. So now I will hit it again. Okay, JSON cannot be unmarshal, number into go structure, job salary of type of string, right? So we should be give the string only, because it could be the bigger number also, or we can change in the job structure also. So what we take it over here, salary text only, so let it become as a string only. So we'll send it one more time, and our job is created, but company name we didn't send it, so we should send the company name also. So company, yeah, and suppose ABC is the company name, and we'll send it again. So we'll create one more job. Yes, so this time the job is done, and this is ID is the 2, and we have the user ID is the 1. So one user have the 2 job over here, right? So this is tested. Now we need to be fetch the job. Next one is we need to fetch the job. So we'll write down get, and the endpoint will be remain same, so jobs only, and we'll write down double quote, and here we'll write down handler dot get all job handler, and this function we will define into the handler. So here below we'll write down functions job handler, and inside it we'll get the reference of the database, and handler function we need to define it. In the handler function also we need to define the service and all these things also, and we will write down over here. So this function is very simple one. So we'll get the jobs or either error from the service. So in the service we need to create a one more method, that is get all the jobs. So here we can create functions get all jobs, and this function also receive the database. It will get back the array of model. You can say this is this one, and here we'll write down the error. So this is also correct, and we will write down this one. So in the repository we'll create the get all by job. So here we will write down functions get all by job. We will get it. We will receive the parameter of the database, and we will return the slice of the jobs. Here inside in it we will write down the rows either error equal to database query. That is also correct. Here if we get some error we'll write down error handling, and otherwise we will close the rows. So whatever the row we are getting it, we should close it also, so that database resource we can utilize in somewhere else also. After that we will write down where jobs model. This is also correct. We will correct all the jobs, and these rows we will get the one by one row. So we'll run the loop, one by one we will get it, next one by one automatically we'll get it, and one single model we will use it, and inside it we will scan and we will write down all the data. If we get an error we will return the error from here only. If everything is fine we will append the slice, right? And finally we should be return it also. So this is our collection of jobs. So this we are returning it, and this we will receive over here. So in a job handler we will write down get all jobs, and this we need to pass database only. This should be the services. If we get some error we will write down over here error, and we should be return this one only, internal server error. This is also correct, and we will write down from here only. If everything is well we will write down the status okay, and whatever the job we will get we will send to the service response. We'll save all the files, and our AR package will rerun the server. Now we need to create one more test API, job underscore get all jobs. Okay, job underscore all job dot http. So this is get function. We can write down jobs only, and we can say send request missing authentication. So we need to write down authentication also. For that I need to log in it. This is login, and we got this. Then we will send it request scan error. So let's see this error also. So over here one thing we need to update. It was actually string, so we should be write down time.time, because in our database we have the date and time only. After that if you will test this one, suppose this is our token, and send request, we will get the job. So now the question is, can the user access the other user job also? Right, with this API this can possible. Okay, so now we need to create one more API, get job by user ID. So their user will be search their own job only. So whichever the job is user created, that job he can search, or even I can update it also. So guys, this application will look like, so end user means whoever didn't authentication, means the anonymous user can come and he can watch all the job. He can see it also on the portal, he can see all the job, but the job will be posted by the employer only. So this user is nothing the employer only. Whatever the user we are creating, that is actually the employer only. Okay, and means company will create a job, and company can update or delete their own job only. Alright, so we need to create one more API for that. Plus we have one more user is called admin. So admin has some extra right. He can see the job, he can delete and update even the job and user also. So admin can control the jobs and user both the thing also. You can make one more routing, and in this routing we need to use the token to get the user ID, and on the basis of user ID we will get the job. So this one we can use as a anonymous user. So this is for anonymous, and this we will use for authentications. And here to identify we can write down user/user ID also, we can get it also, or either user ID we can get it through the token. That is also correct. To identify we can write down jobs by user. Okay, that is also we can get. We'll copy this one and use this method for this routing, and this is get all job by user. Okay, we'll go there and we'll write down this one. Here we'll write down this one. No, and we need to pass it user ID also. So we'll pass the user ID over here, right? In the service I need to write down one method. Okay, and this is the method get all job by user ID. So we'll write down this one here in handler. Okay, and this one will be goes to there. In the service I made a one method get all job by user ID, and here we'll receive the user ID, and rest everything is the same as it is the same we copied over here, right? And here we will save it. Why we get an error? Okay, we does not have any error. Okay, we can save it also. Let's test this one also. So we'll write down job all by user ID. So we don't need to write down this one. Then we'll go here. This routing name is this one, job by user. We'll go, and here we need to change. Here also we can rename it get all the job by user only. So we'll rename it. Now we'll save it. Now let's hit it. We get it, right? And we know that other user job we does not have in our database, right? Till now we have only one user, and one user is created 2 job only. So these are the job only. So that's it, guys. In this video we'll cover only this much, otherwise our video will be lengthy. So next video we'll write down the job deletion and updations part, right? And after that we'll start the admin part of it.